The whole story of a corn tortilla starts inside of the ocean. So collected from a Permian reef along Ajo Way. This is Snyder Hill. Snyder Hill is a 270 million year old deposit of limestone. Limestone is calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate can be converted to calcium oxide by burning it. So here's a little example of a seashell. I'm going to burn this seashell and just watch the chemical change happen to the seashell. It's going to go from calcium carbonate to calcium oxide, and watch for the yellow glow from this shell. It's going to cooperate with me. There you go. So here's a little bit of the shell. It's going to start to glow. That calcium carbonate will turn into calcium oxide. If you ever heard of life in the limelight, we're creating lime. So this bright light was used as stage lighting way back in the day, so that you could see it turning from tan to like this golden white. That is calcium oxide. If I add a drop of water to it, you can see it change.
Sweet corn is harvested immature.
And it turns into this powdery white paste. You see it foam up and then turn into a white paste. That is calcium oxide. So we'll do this on a bigger scale. I'm going to add a cooked chunk of that limestone from Snyder Hill. We'll do a large scale process of it. So here's a little chunk of that limestone. I'm going to add water to it and watch what happens. It's very hot. Adding water to the calcium oxide changes it again into calcium hydroxide. So I'm going to add some water to it, and we're going to make that white paste is what we're looking for, converting limestone into a usable product that we can soak our corn in. I'm going to stir it around. There we go. We got that white paste here. And what we're looking for is a change in pH. So here's a little bit of litmus paper. Red means acid, blue means base. We're going to add a little bit in here. We're looking at a pH close to 14, incredibly high pH. Adding this gall to corn changes its chemistry. So not only does it soften it, but it releases niacin and all these other micronutrients that are great. It gives you your daily allowance of calcium, iron, and also it kills all mold and fungus that touch it. So if a high pH environment, if you were storing corn and it got a little moldy, this is going to take care of that. It also softens it. It turns the masa into a pliable, workable thing. So if you notice the difference between polenta or cornbread versus a nice corn masa, it is able to be turned into tortilla. So we go from the ocean to lime to final product. There's archaeological evidence. This has been happening for 10,000 plus years, starting in Guatemala. We have evidence of it happening in the Four Corners region. But we're keeping it local here today, locally grown corn, locally collected limestone to make this product.
Very cool.